Stay ballsy. Don't take any shit from anyone.
Entertainment is free. Everything is ballsy.
Entertainment is free, and everything certainly is quite ballsy.
I should hope so.
Welcome to all those lucky enough to be infected with the pussing, boiling, and squirting digital gonorrhea disease. This is John Rambo Presents The Show. My name is John, and I am joined by the cock of the walk himself. OJ is here. It's a strange phrase, isn't it?
Well, it makes sense. Because roosters are
It makes
pretty...
sense, the cock of the walk?
Yeah, it means rooster, dude. And roosters are pretty, like... You know, they think pretty highly of themselves, you know. They walk around surrounded by chicks. Like, one rooster, tons of hens.
So you use this phrase all the time. I'm the cock of the walk, just walk around.
No, I'm too scared someone's going to cut me off before I finish the sentence.
That's one of those phrases that was, like, perfectly fine 50 years ago. And then, like, meanings of words change and things happen, and now it's just filthy.
You know, it might have been filthy to begin with, actually.
Maybe I just have a filthy mind. I don't know.
Either way, I don't remember how it's pronounced, but it does sound pretty cool in a Sean Connery voice.
It's pronounced either or either way. I believe. So last week, you liked that joke. That's kind of like one of your jokes, isn't it?
Yeah, I get a nickel every time someone.
I've been talking to you too much on these shows. I say Zick all the time now.
Excellent. My plan is
Mother Zicker. I say Mother Zicker, and then I catch myself. Then I say the real thing in my head about you.
Oh.
Don't people just say I'm being mean to you? Have I been mean to you lately? I don't think so.
You haven't been mean.
All right, let's see how it goes today.
We'll see how it goes.
Yes. You should be really mean to me one week and see what happens.
I don't know if I'm capable of that.
Just start the show and just start going off on me with insults.
Oh, look who decided to show up. It's Rambo.
All right, that's enough. That's enough out of you.
Okay.
So last week on the show, it was our Ramborgia Special Spectacular. It was a marathon 3-hour, 2-part celebration of those that make the show what it is.
Mm-hmm.
We spoke with 8 members of the Ramborgia Elite Forces, ranging from Canada to Europe to various locations of the U.S. It's pretty crazy.
All around.
Everyone was really great to talk to. Really enjoyed it. The digital disease has spread like wildfire. Each person infecting others with the digital disease. Quite a lovely sight.
It's exponential growth.
Yes. The episode was a little bit of a challenge to schedule, though. I had contacted everyone, letting them know that we'd like them to join the show, right?
Yeah.
And the original plan was that we were all going to have them on the previous week. So I had to make a schedule and make sure each person could get on at a certain time. They all had like work and things going on in their life and stuff. So it was 8 different people I was trying to juggle in. We figured out that you would not be able to do the show that week.
Yeah, I felt awful.
And I didn't really want to do the special without you because I wanted to make sure everyone got the true show experience, that OJ was there. It's the true experience of the show, you know?
Yeah, thank you.
That they experienced the pure, unadulterated, 100% unconcentrated OJ. So then I had to recontact everyone and ask if we could push it back and rearrange the original schedule. And we had to do it a few times. And they were all very understanding and cool with it, though. And the show went very smoothly, I thought. What did you think about it?
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's because everyone was so nice to push it back a week. But they were all pretty chill. You know, we got them on the phone. And
right. It was intricately scheduled. Like if one person didn't show up on time or something, the whole thing would be screwed.
Yeah.
But everyone was really professional and great about it. It was really great. So I'm very proud to have all of you guys as our audience, even Cyber Demon.
What? You're going to be mean to him instead of me
No,
now?
I'm saying I'm proud to have everyone as our audience, even Cyber Demon. That's what I said.
Perhaps especially Cyber Demon. Despite
Cyber
him
Demon
wanting
seemed
my
like
job.
the most controversial of the interviews if you looked at the comments. People were kind of like didn't know what to make of it. I thought it was very funny. I would actually like to have him on again. Mm-hmm. But this time I think, because I like to asking him questions, that could be like a segment. I think this time we should have him answer random questions from the Ramborgia. So I think his answer would be pretty funny.
I agree.
So I'm going to say, if you would like to ask Cyber Demon a question, I didn't even ask Cyber Demon about this, by the way. I'm just coming up with things right now. Let's try to set this up. If you want to ask Cyber Demon a question and have him answer it on the air, I'd say post it in the comments or send it to us at StayBallsy@gmail.com. And don't hold back on your questions. Anything is... Cyber Demon can handle any question. And I think that... Well, if he's up to it, we'll have him in and we'll do like a segment and ask him these crazy questions, see what he says.
I think that's an idea. That could be
You
fun.
like this? You liking this
He's
stuff?
a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, he's an interesting fellow. We need to learn more about him. We got a lot of messages from people saying, like, hey, like, we want to be on the show also. Right? A lot of people are like, I want to be on the show. Couldn't I be on? There will be more Ramborgia specials and more opportunities for everyone to get on the show in the future. And again, we want to thank everyone that has contributed to what we do here. And we're going to try to get everybody in there eventually.
Yes. So be patient. Be strong.
So, yes. So today we're going to talk about my broken down car. We're going to talk a little bit about the NBA playoffs. And do that's sad.
Well, didn't the Knicks get pretty...
If you like the team that I like, that is pretty sad, I guess.
Well...
We're going to do the comments. We're going to have a little update on Schnoz-man HolePunch. Talk Avengers. And we're going to go quickly look back upon the last 10 weeks of the show episodes, which we usually do.
Yeah.
So we'll try to do that. We'll do it pretty quick. Everybody heard them all, so they don't need to know. But sometimes we we add little tidbits of information sometimes,
Just to spice things up.
Yes. As we start, I want to mention that I recently did an interview with one of the viewers. Did you know about that?
I think so.
His name is Nick Schreiber. He interviewed me for St. Mary's University in Emmitsburg, Maryland's school paper, which is very cool. A great honor. It was cool not just to be featured in the paper, but I actually it's a Catholic school, and I went to Catholic school for 8 years. And it didn't always work out that well for me while I was in Catholic school.
Oh.
But now I get featured in a Catholic school's university newspaper.
Well, you made it after all.
Look at me now! Look at me now! That's a new catchphrase for the show, by the way.
Look at me now.
I didn't even intend for that to happen, but people started using it. we got a bunch of art this week with people putting "Look at me now" in it, so that's that's the new thing.
Lovely.
That's the digital gonorrhea of the summer, I guess.
A new strain.
A whole new thing going on here. So I actually put a scan of the interview in the slideshow today, so if you're streaming this episode on YouTube, then you can now see it and view it and read it and all that.
Excellent.
There was one part that I assume he had to cut it out, probably because of the length, maybe. It didn't fit on the page or whatever. But I wrote that, and I quote, "School can be very difficult, and I recommend that you all focus on your work and avoid all distractions, unless you're distracted by my videos, of course."
That's a good point.
I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And true.
Quite true.
But check out the interview, which is currently on your screen, or looking at the YouTube version. And also, OJ or I will do any school newspaper type interviews for anyone if you'd like us to do so. Is that true, OJ?
Yes, it is.
So, yeah, any kind of school interview thing, I'll definitely do it. Just let us know. I get a kick out of it.
Oh, yeah. You're educating the children of tomorrow.
Exactly. I feel like I need to talk to the kids.
Someone's got to. Before it's too late.
Who else can educate them but a D-list YouTuber? So, OJ, 2 weeks ago, you were unfortunately not with us.
Yeah.
Because your grandfather passed to the other side.
Yeah.
I think it's important that we do a proper tribute to your grandfather. So why don't you talk about the man for us all today?
Okay. I don't know how long you want.
Week.
Yeah?
I said we were able to do it properly last week, so I think we should take this time to do so.
Okay. Well, I don't know how long y'all want me to go on here, but so my grandfather was born in I'm not going to do his whole biography. I'm just going to say he was born in 19...
Do the man justice.
All right, I'll do my best here, man.
All right, go for it.
All right. All right, so my grandfather was born in 1922, and he was from an Italian immigrant family who I believe he was the first member of the family to actually be born in the States. He was the youngest brother, at least at the time. And he always had a deep connection to this country. He really loved growing up here. So when World War II happened and he was, sent to the military, he really had a lot of stories to tell from that time. My grandpa had a very different sense of humor from me, but he had some funny stories, even about the war. One that sticks out most in my mind, though, was he and his men, he was a sergeant, had been training for a long time for what to do in a beachhead invasion. And I don't remember if this was when they were landing. I think this is when they were landing in Sicily. So they've been practicing for a long time. They've been having fake strafing runs over them and stuff in training and whatnot, fake boat rides. Well, when they were doing this invasion, everybody was incredibly sick. Everyone was seasick. You've seen Saving Private Ryan. It is not a pretty sight.
Right.
So they get onto the beach, and they hear a noise, and there's planes low flying coming straight down for them, and you can see in the ground in front of everybody just a lines of sand bursting into the sky from the planes above that are strafing them. And one of his friends, a man, I think his last name was Galifianakis, turns to them and says, "Hey Ray,
oh boy,
they're using real bullets." And everybody, it must have been so surreal. Everybody's in the middle of pretty much the most hellish landscape you can imagine,
Where was this?
He's cracking a joke. This was, I think, when they were invading Sicily.
Okay, and they're cracking jokes.
He just cracked a joke, and when you're in that bad of a situation, I had to think that it really
helps you out, maybe.
Yeah.
What did your grandfather feel about going to Italy and doing an invasion there?
That was, I think that was.
Did you ever talk about that?
She didn't say too much about whether he thought it was, that I can remember about whether he thought it was weird. I mean, because he's from an Italian family. I mean, half his family's from Sicily, half his family is from. Actually, maybe his entire family was from Sicily, and my grandma was from mainland Italy. I don't remember, but it might. Dude, my
grandmother from. Your mother always says she's Sicilian.
Yeah, my mom is half Sicilian.
But the people in Italy don't really like Mussolini that much.
No, I don't think
it wasn't
they
like
did.
they were like really, engaged.
Well,
it was more or less. He was more or less, a dictator, and they eventually hung him in the street and stuff. So
yeah, well, as evidenced by some of the townspeople that my grandpa ran into, I mean, he knew a bit of Italian from growing up in an Italian family, so he would speak with them. For if the group he was with didn't always have somebody who spoke fluent Italian, so he'd take care of that.
Wow.
And I remember there was he was telling us the story, like they went over to an orchard and I think they paid for the fruit, but they just started harvesting some figs or apples or something.
All's fair in love and war. Couple pieces of fruit aren't gonna hurt anybody.
Yeah, I think they found the person who owned it, and they're like, "Hey, we took some fruit. Here's some money." They traded them something for it. I don't remember, but
we have guns.
Dude.
See you later. How old is he during this period, do you think?
He was born in 1922, so he must have been about 20, 22 years old.
Jeez. What have we done in our lives?
Nothing like this.
Doesn't it just seem like when you talk to your grandparents or whatever, they've just done a whole lot more than you.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time that they were your age.
Yeah.
Like my grandparents moved to another country.
Yeah, that takes a lot, man.
That's a lot of things. I'm like, what did I do?
We hung out.
We played a lot of games.
Yeah.
We had fun,
Oh, definitely.
That's why they sacrificed so much.
So that we could have fun and wouldn't have to do it ourselves.
Sit around in your basement.
Well, hey,
games in your basement.
Honestly, I think that my grandparents were happy to see that we didn't necessarily have to go to war. We didn't have to get drafted and go do all of these horrible things and to go through this to watch our friends die in front of us,
Right.
I mean, that's what they were out there for.
Yeah.
But
so how long was he in the war for? The war effort?
I think from 43 or 44 till the end in Europe.
The whole thing.
Yeah, he actually
saw active duty.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. He had actually gotten wounded and sick a couple times. And they're like, all right, we can give you an honorable discharge. You can go home. He refused. He was like, no, I'm staying with my men. I'm not going.
Wow.
Yeah. He always talked about the eight or nine times he was saved. Like he was going to die. Like there's something bad happened and he made it out by a hair.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a very religious man. He said it was the eight or nine times that God saved his life. Like there was one time they were stuck in a forest. They had this was back when they had, I think, a 37 millimeter anti-tank gun.
Right.
Which they called the pea shooter, mostly because it couldn't actually dent the armor on a German tank. It was pretty useless. Like, for
Do you have any? You saw combat a few times. Did you have issues when you got back at all? Or? It was good.
It was probably. I don't know exactly what it was like, but I think there were definitely some hard times over there, and that he had to go through. I think he certainly came back okay. I mean, he got through the rest of his life and everything. He didn't seem to have any major troubles, but it had to be a horrific experience.
Do you know your grandmother before he went, or was this afterwards you met her?
I don't know. I think they never really told me how they met.
Oh boy, I wonder what the story is.
If it's anything like my family's other stories, it's going to be crazy.
Just have to make one up for you.
I'll think about it. Oh man, but I mean, so he was always telling us stories about the war. But if there was one thing that he loved to do, was he loves to build things with his hands. Like he built toys for us. He built the cupola that's on my parents' garage.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like a little tiny tower, a couple feet high with a weather vane on top.
Did I ever meet your grandfather or no?
I could swear that you have.
I feel like I did, but I can't really put my finger on when this was.
Yeah, you might have met my other grandfather too, because my grandparents would come and stay over, every now and then.
Yeah, I think I remember it was like your grandmother and your grandfather. It was like your sister's graduation or something.
Yeah, you would have met them then, because her graduation party was also my graduation party.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, and I actually never got a college graduation party.
So it was your high school graduation, your sister's college graduation?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so we kind of saved money there. I think I still demanded that there were 2 cakes.
Is your sister going to come on the show?
Do you want that to be a thing that happens? I get the feeling if she comes on the show, she's going to do nothing but say very embarrassing things about me.
Well, that sounds like a pretty good episode to me.
Well,
your sister never really liked me too much.
I wouldn't say that. I think she.
She was old. She was older than us, so she was kind of like, goofy kids.
She was like, I actually think she was only like a year and a half older than you.
She was pretty popular. No, she's older than 2 years older than me.
At most.
She's definitely a couple years older than me. I think.
Yeah.
But she was like pretty. She was pretty popular and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like it was kind of like a different crowd.
For years after she graduated, people called me Becca's brother.
Yeah.
Just like, okay. I'm not here on my own merits, guys. I get it.
She didn't really give me the time of day too much.
Well, I don't know. She was like,
"Look at me now, John!
Do you hang out with your little brother's friends?"
Look at me now.
Well, here's a serious question. I mean, how often do you hang out with your sister's friends?
Never. That'd be too strange, though.
Exactly.
It's different when it's girls, boys and girls. It's a different thing there.
Dude, my sister would not hang out with her little brother's friends. You would not hang out with your little sister's friends. Right?
I don't think we ever said I had a sister before. It's just revealing news here.
Oh, no.
I think I've mentioned it before. I don't remember.
I think so.
We're going to have the sibling episode. I have a list of episodes. I have Star Wars. I have the Bob Saget. I have school. There's a whole list.
Nice.
Now we're adding the sibling episode. So why don't you talk about your grandfather more?
All right. Well,
sidetracked.
So he loved to build stuff. He made us he would make benches, tables, lazy Susan. I mean, he just loved to take, useless things or whatever, and put them into something that you could use. He was very much for utility and whatnot. But I remember I was a little kid. He made me this little toy. It was just a little puzzle type thing. Because he always encouraged us all to go to school and stuff. Because he never went to college, and I think he really regretted it.
He was doing good things though.
Yeah, well,
it's not like he was just hanging out.
No, well, instead of going to college, he went to help his brothers out at the refrigeration company they worked at.
Okay.
So, He was a very intelligent man. I mean, he could have been an engineer.
Your grandfather was basically Captain America. Do you agree with that?
Except he
assessment?
was strong before he entered the army.
He wasn't a weak little nothing like
No,
Captain
man.
America was.
Nah, dude, he was.
We're gonna talk some Captain America later.
All
I'm
right.
excited.
All right. Well, no, dude, my grandpa, like, he looked like a dude you would not want to tussle with.
Right.
We've got some old photos of him. It's incredible. I don't think I have him scanned over here, though, I'm afraid.
Just send me some photos, man.
I got a little bit over here. I don't have a lot. Nothing old, unfortunately. But
It's okay.
another thing, he loved to make antipasti. Or antipasto, however.
What did he put in his antipasto?
Oh, gosh.
Salami?
Fresh mozzarella, salami, prosciutto.
Cup of coal?
Yeah. Peppers, lots of peppers. He was all about the peppers. Rich olives. And he would arrange it in the most complicated geometric patterns available. Like,
I'm enjoying a nice antipasto.
yeah, you would just feel bad taking it apart to eat it, but everyone would wait for it every year.
You would hand wrap it and stuff.
Oh gosh, yeah, he would do everything.
Roll it.
Yeah,
Very nice.
put the right amount of oil or vinegar or whatever his mystery ingredients were on there.
Mortadella, cup of coal.
Yeah, not as much mortadella though. Maybe
That's
a little
right.
bit like wrapped around some cheese.
I eat that stuff all the time, by the way.
Oh, it's
People
good.
know that.
And we every year, well, not every year, but we were trying to make it a tradition. It doesn't always happen though. We'd make scacciata. My grandma and grandpa would make dough for about a day, like a
Yes.
Friday. They'd make dough, and then my grandma and grandpa would make a special special basil tomato sauce. And then that Saturday, all the grandkids would come over. My cousins, myself, and my sister, if she was back from California. And we just spend like an entire afternoon making 10 to 20. It's not stromboli, but it's similar. It's layered. It's one piece of bread layered with tomato sauce and garlic and sometimes
cheese.
cheese. Sometimes
Well, the stuff
pepper.
is the same. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, and then we'd fold it up, and we'd spend all day on it, and then we'd just freeze the rest, and we'd have it for like months.
Yeah.
It was just nice. You would hang out all day. We'd take turns being the ones to flatten out the dough. My grandma and grandpa would always watch, and my grandpa would be telling us what we're doing wrong. And then my grandma would say, no, they were doing it right every now and then.
And your grandfather's name is Raymond.
Yeah. Raymond
your
John
name?
DiNatale.
That is your name.
Mm-hmm. I'm his
That's your
name
ma-
backward.
You're John Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
It's always funny 'cause your mother would call you John Raymond sometimes if she was mad with you.
Yeah.
I used to laugh.
Yeah.
John Raymond! Who are these naked women in the bedroom? That's where it happened.
I wish.
It's more like, you guys, you're cursing and yelling down there.
Yeah, oh gosh, what was it? Yes, you'd say, it's like the pagans versus the Christians down there.
Yeah, we got a little out of hand sometimes.
Yeah, and then I'd shout back
But
up,
they were really good
no,
with
it's
it.
the pigeons, Ma. We were playing No Mercy, and our friend made a character called Pigeon Man.
Oh, God.
A big, giant, fat guy in a green kilt with a pimp.
Well, your parents are really nice, always nice about it.
Oh, man, they just wanted to see us have fun and not do anything stupid.
Right. So your grandfather passed away, your whole family showed up, and
And then some.
I mean that's a sign that you're a loved person,
I know. I wish I were half as popular.
Right.
We had to hold 3 sessions for the wake.
Wow.
I had to go outside. It was too packed. I
Did
couldn't
you get like a military funeral with like the flag and stuff?
Yeah, well, first, I mean, after the first 2 wake sessions, the last one, the day before the funeral, the Foreign Legion came because he was a member and contributor,
Yeah.
and they actually did a short like ceremony and speech
Cool.
at the wake, and then the next day, at the funeral, they had 2 soldiers, a gentleman playing the bugle, and a girl who was saluting, or I don't remember. I think she did the speech, and they did a speech. They didn't do 21 gun salute, but they did do the flag folding and
Cool.
all that. Yeah,
That was awesome.
yeah, it was.
He's part of that greatest generation, as they like to say.
Yeah, really, they did a lot. They did a lot.
So we will. I think we should dedicate this episode of the show to your grandfather.
Thank you.
And I know you got a lot of great messages from the viewers.
Yeah, everyone was incredibly supportive. I made a video trying to say thank you, and instead it just inspired more people to say, please feel better. I just wanted to say thank you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got a great community out there. All you guys out there listening, you are a wonderful community, and you really care for one of your own.
Definitely helps out when you have something kind of go wrong in your life. Like I'm about to talk about something. But it definitely helped like pick you up a little bit. You're like, oh, there's no
a lot.
So right.
Oh, one last thing.
Yes.
If you can tell me who said Lafayette, we are here, without searching Google, or looking it up.
Is this trivia night?
You get a few internet points.
Is this trivia night at Moe's Tavern or something?
It's my grandpa would ask us that, and if we got it right, he'd give us a $2 bill.
Tell me it again.
Who said Lafayette, we are here?
I don't know. Could you give me some kind of like backstory on it, or
no?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Well,
Bob Hope. I mean,
I'm not going to spoil it for our intrepid
Winston Churchill.
Out there. Mr. Churchill, no. But yeah, he'd ask us that question.
You're making everyone figure it out.
Yeah, he'd ask us that question.
You're going to tell me when we're off the air?
Sure, if you want to know.
Because that's going to bother me.
Okay. Well,
I need to know all things.
He gave us a $2 bill if we could answer that question.
What do you have, like thousands of $2 bills?
He had a lot. I actually never spent. I think I was white. I think I might have spent a couple when I was a small child, but I started saving them when I was a little bit older, and I actually keep them in a wallet that my other grandfather gave to me before he died. So it's kind of like the two families right there.
Right.
But yeah. So and don't take any wooden nickels.
Is that something he used to tell you?
Mm-hmm.
Is it because you've done it before?
Maybe. I don't know. I guess he was warning us about pogs.
Is that something that would happen like in the 20s? People would pull out they would give you wooden money and you would be tricked?
I don't know. I mean,
something to look out for, I guess, so it never comes back.
Definitely.
Well, OJ, sometimes life kicks you in the dick with heavy spiked boots of irony.
Oh no.
Do you like that?
Yeah, especially that you said heavy spiked boots of irony, and that even adds to the image because iron is heavy.
Ah, yes. The Schnoz-man HolePunch episode 3 featured HolePunch's amazing hero automobile, the Hole-wagon. Remember that?
Yes.
It even has its own song. People love that song. I was kind of surprised. But
I liked it a lot.
I always get a lot of feedback on it all the time, so I appreciate that. The Hole-wagon breaks down in this episode. Well, in reality, that car is my car.
Mm-hmm.
A few days ago, it broke down.
Oh my gosh, wait. This is like that R.L. Stine Goosebumps book where when you take a picture of something, the picture shows something bad happening to it, and then it happens.
My life has become a Goosebumps book.
I hope not.
So if you remember in that episode, we showed that the check engine light was on.
Yes.
Right? If you watch that again, you can see that. And when I was starting, like occasionally when I would go to start it, like over the last week or so, it would stall at first.
Ew.
So I'm like, all right, let's go get this checked out. So I bring it to the shop. I bring it to the establishment where I got it, which used to be a Saturn place. It's a Saturn station wagon.
Mm-hmm.
But now they sell Chevys because Saturn basically is gone.
Mm.
I think Saturn was a Chevy, basically. I don't really know.
I think it was a different brand under the same company.
So they have the car for a couple hours. They call me back, and they basically tell me I'm screwed. And I have a printout here. I'm going to now read off all the problems with the car. So I think it's pretty funny. Let's see if I can pull this out here. All right. The gas cap has a cracked seal. The thermostat does not open at certain times, causing evap code to fail. I don't know what that is. Ran the vehicle and found coolant blowing out of the overflow tank. Put a block tester on the overflow tank, and the blue fluid turned green, which means the head gasket is blown and exhaust is blowing through the cooling system.
Oh, no.
Cylinder head will need to be removed and sent out to be pressure tested to make sure there are no cracks. Head gasket estimate $2,338.24 plus tax.
Ah.
Then it says machine heads. I don't know what that means.
There's a band.
Huh?
It's a band.
$3,036.50 plus tax to replace the heads.
Oh.
Vehicle also has a brake light out. Fuel filler cap leaking. Tires low on tread. Drive belt cracked. Rear wheel cylinders leaking. Trans service is due. And air filter dirty.
I have something I'd like to say.
I just like at the end, it's like air filter dirty.
Well, that's
like that even matters at that point. What was that?
Well, that's the most important thing, obviously.
That was like at the end of all, like that even matters,
So I've got something to say.
Yeah, say it.
You made me drive that thing? It was a death trap. I'm sorry, I'm kidding. But, oh my gosh, dude.
No, you're right, you did drive it. Maybe you had something to do with this.
No, I have, no. Oh my gosh, dude.
So occasionally it does start, but what they told me is once we get into the hotter weather, the engine's basically gonna explode because it's not cooling. The cooling system's basically shot,
Ugh, that's not good.
So I go there to pick up the car. It's in the service area.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, can I get my keys? I'm gonna take the car home. Hopefully it'll start. Let me have the car. So they start the shenanigans, John. They start the tricks. Right? I mentioned they sell Chevys. So they go, oh, your keys are in the sales department. I wonder why they're in the sales department. So I go to the sales department, like, hey, can I have my keys, please? I want to leave. They're like, oh, yeah, we have the keys. Hey, why don't you check out some of these great new Chevrolets? So I just sit there and listen to this guy's pitch for a while. It's pretty obnoxious. I hate stuff like that. I just found out I'm going to be taking a nice financial hit, and I don't really know how I'm going to be getting around for the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Instead of just giving me the keys, you want me to force me to listen to this guy tell me how great Chevys are. This is how people get killed, OJ. Murders have taken place for less than this. World wars have been started for less. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing right now, where I'm at right now. Surprisingly, I was approved for a lease, which I was pretty shocked about, but I don't know if I can really swing that financially right now, so I'm planning on driving the Hole-wagon until it's completely broken down and doesn't move. And hopefully it doesn't happen on the side of the road somewhere.
Don't do anything dangerous.
And then I will bury it in the backyard and then get another car at that point.
Are you going to see if a new car will grow?
No, it just needs a proper burial. I'm glad that we got it all in that video, though, because it kind of captures it forever.
Yeah.
The
car lives on.
Isn't that kind of interesting?
Yeah. I wish I had photos of my old car.
I've had the car for a long time. I think I got it used in 2008. I got it pretty cheap.
Still.
But so yeah, I mean, this is a good amount of time.
You had some good times.
Yeah, absolutely. So.
Didn't we take that thing all the way down to?
Too many games.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah, man.
I'm sure that didn't help anything.
Don't worry. I had a McFlurry. That must have cooled it down some.
But I don't know what. I mean, it just broke down from age. It's a 2000.
Yeah, it's only a 12-year-old car.
It's got 99,000 miles, which isn't that many, really, for that long.
No, I mean, my parents' car, like, when I had it, they got it, like, 99, and that thing lasted. Like, that thing was still going when I got rid of it.
Yeah.
But it just didn't have a speedometer.
Car makes me laugh. It's a station wagon. I just laugh. I just find it funny. I love it. I don't know.
It was nice. I mean, that you had so much trunk space. Like, you could fit stuff in that car.
You've got style and trunk space. Together will win any race. Hole-wagon.
Dude, you got to do that like spoken word, man.
So I mentioned this on Twitter already. Like I mentioned this on Twitter when it happened. A few people offered like donations and stuff like that, and
aww,
it means quite a bit to me. But if I'm gonna accept cash from anyone, I would much rather directly give you something in return for it. So I would say if I ever put out an album or like a DVD or something, and you would like to show your support, please grab one of those.
Nice.
If or when I actually make them. Well, thank you for the supportive messages and all that. I definitely want to I like to try to figure out things on my own, and I think it's important to do.
Again, you guys are a really supportive community.
Yeah, really, definitely.
Thanks from both of us.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's got their own issues. Don't worry about mine. I'm just trying to, hopefully I provide some entertainment here and there. when I
brighten
can.
someone's day.
Yes.
That's what we're here to do, man.
So, well, I have said many times on this audio program that I am a big fan of the NBA.
Yep.
Got a couple of requests asking for my thoughts on the NBA playoffs, which began last week. I have watched a lot of the games. I am enjoying them quite a bit. I think the Thunder and the Mavs are having a really good series right now. I saw the first game was crazy. Kevin Durant hit a three with like no time left, and they won.
Wow.
Crazy stuff. But I must say, it's been a really messed up season this year. They started with a strike and a lockout.
Yeah.
And then they just like, oh, we're going to have a season now. And they tried to jam 66 games into like a few months' time. So a lot of the players weren't ready. So they made the teams play a lot of the times 3 consecutive nights.
Ow.
And all kinds of nonsense like that just to get more and more games out. Pretty much just, just a money grab. It's
So
like
would you say that there's too many games?
There was, in fact, too many games, I think. And this caused a lot of the teams to be tired and play just real sloppy play a lot of the year from the teams. And a lot of the teams had to sit like the top guys. They would just be like, don't play this game because they were afraid to be injured. Other guys were getting injured.
Oh, yeah.
So I think the season really got hurt and marred by the lockout, which is unfortunate.
Mm.
And my team's the New York Knicks, I talked about before. I've been a fan for 20 years, probably over that. 20-something years, I don't know.
Mm.
I never saw a season like this, okay? Just ups and downs, man. They start off the season really like they suck. They're horrible. Then, the whole team's injured. It's like they're done. Then Jeremy Lin comes out of nowhere. Suddenly the team is awesome, right? Then they suddenly suck again. Go on a massive losing streak. They fire the coach. Then they're awesome again, okay? With the new coach. Then Jeremy Lin gets hurt, and he's gone, and he needs surgery, and he's done. So now they're in the playoffs, and the whole team's beat up. They have this rookie. His name's Iman Shumpert, and he's really good. He's a great defensive player. First game of the playoffs, tears his ACL. He's done for 8 months. Then the Knicks lose game 2. They're playing Miami. They're playing the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
They lose game 2, and one of their star players' name is Amari Stoudemire. He's the big man.
Yeah, I heard about this one.
He's walking through they leave the arena. They're walking through the hallway. Punches a fire hydrant hole, glass protection on a fire hydrant.
Fire extinguisher thing?
Yeah, fire extinguisher. I'm sorry, that'd be different. Yeah, fire extinguisher. Breaks his hand. Looks like he's gonna be done too now. So there's many ups and downs this year. The rest of the teams aren't much better off. The first game of the playoffs, Derrick Rose, who was the MVP last year of the NBA. And he's on the Bulls. The Bulls are the top-seeded team in the East. They have one of the best records all year. Tears his ACL. He's done. He's done for the year.
They're just destroying everybody.
Yeah, and the Orlando Magic, their center is Dwight Howard. He's out injured too. He can't play in the playoffs. So I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that the season was the way it was. The guys are just broken down. I don't know, just the huge amount of games. Maybe they came into the season out of shape because they didn't think there was going to be one. I don't know. That's what a lot of people are debating on those sports shows that I really dislike. Where people just debate sports all day.
Yeah.
All it really comes down to is like this team has to win. If this guy plays good, they will win. If they don't play well, they will lose. It's just very stupid to talk about that all day. But so in the East, and Miami's basically going to win. They're basically going to the finals just because they're healthy and no one else is. And that's not really right in my mind. Could they actually beat these other teams if those teams were 100%? Maybe they could. Maybe they can't. I don't know. I mean, that really sucks the life out of the whole thing, the fun out of it.
So it's not a game of who's better at basketball. It's a game of who's better at not falling apart and getting hurt.
That's pretty much what's happened.
It's like a big endurance battle. Like it's like Homer Simpson boxing. He doesn't win because he's good at boxing. He wins because the other guys get tired and hurt hitting him in the head.
And the last time they had a lockout season was 1999. It actually worked out well for me because the Knicks went to the finals. They were the 8th seed, so they were They were like barely on the playoffs. It was a similar situation where it was kind of like a crazy year, and they actually went to the finals. The first time at 8th seed went to the finals, and eventually lost. But anytime you have these strike seasons or lockouts, it's messed up.
No, it's not. The sport's just not right until the next year, or maybe the year after that.
Right, and the West, the NBA West is pretty interesting. I'd have to say Oklahoma City should probably make it to the finals. You can't really count out the Lakers and the Spurs, though. It's just they're classically good teams, and they're experienced and stuff. So I think there's going to be some battles. I would say they're probably going to make it through. I would say the finals will be the Thunder versus the Heat, which will actually be very, very good to watch and fun. I'd rather not see Miami win, but they have a really good chance to do so. They might. And hopefully the next year the NBA can have a real season and half the players won't be hurt.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I didn't go to any games. I usually go to a couple of games every year. I didn't go to any this year.
Well, there weren't really that many games to go to.
No, I mean, I didn't know what was going to, like, you could have gone earlier in the season when they were horrible, and then once Jeremy Lin kind of came into prominence, like, they were sold out like crazy.
Oh, yeah, people like, oh my gosh.
You could get them, you could scalp them, and there's always people selling them, like, outside the door and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know what I'm going to get if I go. It's gonna be, like, it's going to cost you a lot of money. I don't know what's going to happen. They could lose by 50 points, or they could win by 20. It's like, I don't even know. So I'm just going to watch on TV.
The mascot could, like, suddenly just bump everybody else off the court, and just take care of the entire game himself.
Right. Well, the Knicks-Miami series, it's annoying. As, people want to rip on the Knicks and stuff, and they lose, but I think they lost the first game 100 to 67 they lost, which is pretty bad.
Yeah, well, the next game was, what, like 104 to 90-something?
Yeah, but it's like there's no reason the Knicks should win. I mean, you have to kind of look at it a certain way. The coach they have, he's been there for 22 games. Half the team is gone or injured or sick or something.
Hey, 22 games is a third of the season.
And Miami, they went to they have the same team as last year. They went to the finals last year, so they've been playing together. They have the same coach, they have the same system, the same players. They're experienced. They're healthy. They're going into the Knicks team that this is the first time this team has been in the playoffs like this. Group of players together. They have a new coach. Half the guys aren't there. It's very tough. So,
like, what do you expect them to do?
What do you expect?
It's like David versus Goliath. Like,
no,
it's like
suck.
What?
People are like, this sucks so bad. It's like, no. It's mathematics, man. So
awful. People just want to complain about it, dude.
Yeah, people just want to, it's part of being a fan. Kind of rub it in the other guy's face.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not ripping on anybody. I mean, I like plenty of teams and plenty of sports that don't play very well. So you got to understand what that's like. You got to give the other guy a pass.
It's funny because I've been listening to some of those shows. It's like the only time of year like you listen to those shows, like the sports radio shows.
Yeah.
But I've been listening to them, and all of a sudden they love LeBron. He's like the best. Where last year they were killing him. Oh, he chokes and blah blah blah. He's not really, he's not on the level of these great players and stuff. But now it looks like because of all the stuff that's happened, like he's probably has a great chance to win the championships. Now they're kind of like readjusting, like getting ready for that. So they look smart in the end, Oh yeah, he's great. He's an all-time great.
Oh, we liked him.
So then if they eventually win, they're like, see, I told you he was great. Meanwhile, last year they were killing the guy. It's stupid, man. A lot of those sports shows, like it's not about the sport. It's like the host. They try to just put themselves over. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's more about the guy talking about it than it should be more about the sport and stuff.
Yeah, you're not gonna find that too much though.
Yeah, they try to make it like it's like about them and like what they say and I'm right and look.
You don't listen because of the sport. You're listening because you want to hear so and so talk about the sport.
Well, they're trying to become. They're trying to use it to become something.
Springboard.
Right. And I don't like, who are these people? Like, they just rip on players. This guy's fucking terrible. He sucks. What did you play the sport, dude? What did you do? Okay, you watch it on TV and you think you know stuff. Okay. I don't know. It's
well, suddenly an expert in all things.
It's very odd.
Armchair quarterback, man.
Like I do like a wrestling review show.
Yeah.
I always have respect for the workers.
You're not like saying, "Oh my gosh, this guy's so terrible. This guy's so terrible."
Yeah.
I love him. I love him.
You have to have respect for the athletes,
Yeah, I mean, they're not out there just messing around.
Right.
They're working their butts off.
And they make a lot of money, and then people say that they make a lot of money, but it doesn't mean you can abuse someone.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't give you the right to abuse somebody.
You just remind me of a horrible sports-related incident that apparently happened in the past couple days.
Oh, that was that.
Do you remember the football player Junior Seau?
No.
Well, he committed suicide.
Well, who was he?
Oh gosh, I forgot what team he played for. How could I do that?
How is this relevant to what we're talking about?
We're talking about sports people, and I just remembered. Look, it popped into my head. I was
don't know
going
what you're
to
talking
forget
about.
it.
How is this relevant to this, though?
It's sports and people rambling on about. I don't know, dude. Sports is a weird
Are you
situation.
saying that it happened because you maybe felt bad about?
Well, you said he got paid lots of money, and then I remembered
Oh,
that
okay.
he had lots of money, but
Yeah, it doesn't really mean it. It doesn't mean that much.
yeah,
To your emotion, certain things still.
yeah, exactly.
Things still hurt you, and you still, So.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know.
Well, that's the thing.
Like to
These
find out
sports
what it is.
players, we look at them, we're like, "Boo! You're terrible. You're terrible." They're still people,
Right.
They're going
Right.
out there working as hard as they can, and you're telling them how bad they are.
Yeah.
I mean, oh no, it's okay. You can say he's a horrible person and
I think you
terrible.
could say I think you could rip someone if you're better than them. If you could prove that you're better than them at the sport,
Yeah.
then you can. This guy sucks. But if you're just some guy, if you're middle-aged white guy, 30 pounds overweight, I mean, what did you ever do? Say
Yeah.
these guys are horrible players and stuff.
I mean, oh, you're allowed to say terrible things to them. I mean, if they didn't care, they wouldn't be out there, and they're getting paid enough, so it shouldn't bother them.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Why don't we do some comments, OJ?
All right. We had a pretty interesting selection of comments here. This
Yeah.
batch.
All right, let's go through the batch.
Chosen well. First one's from Lil Larry 3. I never wear pants while watching the show. I feel one should keep their balls especially free and optional while watching. Lol.
Makes sense to me.
Okay. You want me to just run through all of them?
Just run through all of them.
The Insanely Epic Man says, I am actually not wearing pants. So it kind of scared me when he said that.
What did I say exactly? I said you should be wearing pants.
Whew.
Oh, I just assumed no one was wearing pants.
Yeah, and I think you said that you weren't wearing pants.
Well, I'm not, but apparently I was correct in my assumptions. Let's continue here.
I am Obelisk Quake says, John, I have a question. You said that I had no pants on. I was taking a poop at the moment. How did you know this?
I know all things.
Deep. I'm actually not wearing pants while listening to this. Ha ha ha, says Gray1457. And then the last one that we have in this list, in this little list here.
Yeah.
Nobody's wearing pants. WTF by Ric Flair. Woo! Well,
No one. I just love there's like this mini conversation going on here
about pants.
where people are just like, I'm not wearing pants. No, me neither. No pants for me. Nope. And then Ric Flair comes in there and just like, nobody's wearing pants. WTF. Nobody's wearing pants.
Well, I mean, I guess the Ramborgia are really taking this whole free and optional thing to heart.
Free and optional pants. Pants are free and optional?
Yeah.
Maybe not free, but they are optional, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, well, you could make pants out of discarded things.
I like that, though. I like that people are just so relaxed and listen to the show, unbutton their pants.
Well, if they're not wearing their pants, you can tell exactly how relaxed they are.
I don't know if they have maybe nothing, no clothing, naked. I don't know.
Okay, I want to tell you one thing. Speaking of not wearing pants, here, I'll even get the exact message my friend sent me shortly before you called me.
Yeah. He sent you a picture of him naked.
No, a text message.
A naked text message.
Best part about wearing a kilt? Don't have to worry about leaving the fly down. He's at work, by the way.
Is it kilt day?
It's kilt day every day.
Where does he work? At
He works at a software company.
a Scottish software company?
No. He's out in California, dude.
He works at a haggis factory?
You'd want to wear pants. You don't want to get that stuff on anything important.
Yeah.
Or anything you'd ever hope would go near a woman's mouth. Or
What
anyone's
the?
mouth.
What are you talking about?
Haggis, man. I'm sorry. That stuff's gross.
You've had it?
I'm not eating whatever stomach. Sheep stomach or liver or whatever, inside out bag filled with things. I don't care if you fry it or boil it or whatever. It's still
You're
scary.
insulting the entire culture.
I'm not insulting a culture. I just don't want to eat
What do you
haggis.
think about this? No one wears pants while I listen to the show. Are you happy about this?
I'd be wearing. Oh, yeah, it's pretty
You seem
funny,
a little
dude.
disturbed. You seem a little disturbed.
I'm
about
not
this.
disturbed. I didn't mean to insult Scotland.
All right.
That's all.
No one's wearing pants, and I like it.
We should make this a worldwide trend.
What can I say? Let's continue.
No Pants Friday at work today.
I'm going to read this one.
All right.
Although you may find this surprising, the inventor of the toilet was named John Harrington. That was submitted by Sam Cross, and he has a link there.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Yeah, I know. I know that John Harrington
knew this?
his toilet.
Why didn't you ever tell me this?
Because I'm not related to him.
All this time you knew. You tried to keep this a secret from all of us.
He's got one R in his name, not two.
No. Oh, you're right, he does.
Sir John Harrington. He also wrote poetry. He got in trouble for his poetry.
So, when was it? What year was this?
Oh, gosh. I think it was the 17 or 1800s.
He was English?
Yeah. He was English.
Englishman.
Mm-hmm.
Created the toilet.
Uh-huh.
And he wrote poetry. Maybe he was sitting on it while he wrote the poetry?
I never thought of that, but he probably did. He's like, man, I really need somewhere to... I don't have enough time to write poetry and go to the bathroom. If only there were a contraption that would let me do both.
How did you find out that this had your name? Someone told you?
I think we must have talked about it in elementary school or something.
Do people tease you about this?
Well, I guess they will now.
See,
people at work have teased me about it. You
shouldn't be teased. That's probably the greatest inventions ever.
Oh, yeah, dude. That and indoor plumbing, dude. High five.
If you think about it, what the hell's an iPad? What is that? A toilet, that's an important invention.
Dude, it takes the filth and grossness that will make you sick and takes it away.
I mean, that's probably one of the greatest inventions ever, I would think.
It probably increased the literacy rate by at least 20%.
I hope did the dude make money off this invention?
I don't know. I think he got in some trouble with the crown. I don't remember the exact details, but he ticked off some important people.
Huh.
Yeah.
We wouldn't let them have a toilet. He sold them a broken bowl, and they were like, no, this guy, put him in jail.
Oh, man.
Well, I would say he's one of the greatest inventors of all time.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Pretty good. Plus, I can say his last name.
Yes.
Yeah. For the record, I'm not English Harrington. I'm Irish Harrington. Sorry.
You're freaking Ellis Island Harrington.
Well, that too. True. But, actually, my grandparents, their family came over on Ellis Island. My grandfather's family.
Most people did.
Oh, yeah. So my mom took us there once and was crazy about it all. It was.
I never went to it.
It's worth going. Definitely worth going.
I'd like to go.
Yeah. Ramborgia trip to Ellis Island.
An Ellis Island trip? What are we going to do there? They might kick us all out of the country. I don't know if that'd be bad if we all get together.
Well, or we
got them all together in one place.
Okay, Ellis Island might not be the good place for everyone to gather, but we could just, like a couple of people could go and, just look at the history and stuff and report back on it.
Okay. All right.
Am I back?
Were you gone?
Well, I meant for comments.
Sure.
All right.
You're the boss.
Moving on.
Who's the boss? OJ.
Tony.
It's not Tony Danza. No, it's you.
Why, thank you. So this here
is... A new boy in the neighborhood. He lives downstairs and he's understood.
Okay.
He's there just to take good care of me. Like he's one of the family. OJ's in charge of our days and our nights. OJ's... Are you in charge?
I am. Being that I'm in charge, I will read this comment from GigaGamer 2011. I really appreciate the fact that you take the time to talk to fans. I'm expecting to see you on TV within a year. Keep it up, and hail the Ramborgia!
To be on TV in a year?
Mm-hmm.
Certainly something to aspire to, I would say.
Yeah, dude. You should go for it.
Do you think we can do it?
We can totally do it.
In a year we could be on TV? Doing what?
I don't know. We just need
I've told you this the other day, and I actually believe this. I think you could be a professional actor. I told you that.
I know. Thank you.
I think you have a distinct look about you, and you do a great job with the acting stuff.
When I shut up in between takes and stop
You show up
singing.
on time, and you do what you're told, and
Thank you very much. No, I
you're
appreciate it.
fighting me on stuff.
Well, I don't what? Ever.
Because I think you it's a good thing.
Well, I only fight you when I disagree wholeheartedly, but that's not often because you're
Doesn't really happen,
usually right.
Well, hopefully I can explain my positions. Are you going to move on? If you move on, become a professional actor, you're going to leave the show behind? You're going to leave us behind in the dust?
I wouldn't want to. I
Wow.
liked it.
You treated me like a sidekick, and look at me now. Look at me now!
Dude, I would never do that to you. Knocks on wood.
Would you leave the show? I'm asking you. Would you leave us behind and move on to your life in Hollywood?
Dude, it doesn't matter where I am. We can always do the show.
So you are assuming that you're going to have this life in Hollywood someday. That's what you're telling us.
If and when I get this life in Hollywood, of course we're going to continue the show.
When I become a multimillionaire and live in Hollywood, I may. Okay, I'll do your little show.
All right, well, come on. We've got
Is that what
like,
you're saying?
dude, what?
Yeah.
Like you're not going to become a big shot director out there somewhere?
Probably not.
Oh, come on, dude.
I don't play the game, man.
You don't play the game, but you know how to make a good film.
I'm learning things. I would love to write stuff.
Yeah, dude, it's like, you just know it. It's innate to you, man. It's innate. You just know what the right thing is to do. You can look at a room, know a scene, and see how it's supposed to come together.
Yeah.
All right, man. So look,
A lot of this stuff isn't based upon your own abilities. A lot of it's just, be in the right place, the right time, knowing the right guy, and someone sees something that you did, and randomly, and it's tough stuff,
Yeah,
I'm happy with what we're doing here.
It's tough, but I gotta tell you, dude, like, I could see you being a big shot in this industry before I am. You heard
It's a
it
race
here,
to the top,
folks.
OJ.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a race to the top.
All right, see you there.
Can I be your manager if you becomes
Sure, dude. I think
help springboard your career to the top.
That would be amazing. Honestly, dude, to be honest, dude, I've been telling Chap that once he makes it big, Entourage, man, he's got to set that up for us.
Well, let's see where we are in a year.
All right.
Tuesday.
By 5/2/2013, we will check back, status report, let you guys know how far we've come.
Worst case scenario, we're just where we are now, which isn't even that bad.
No, it's not bad at all, man. We're having fun.
I mean,
a lot of work.
It's actually really good. It's not that's not bad. It's actually really good. So
amazing.
It's a win-win no matter what. We're either where we're at now or we're somewhere else.
Yeah, and seriously, I'm so grateful that we've got folks out there who've been watching since the beginning. You guys, you know who you are. Thanks again, man, from the olden days.
Continue till the end of time. Time will end when the show ends. That will be the end of time.
Oh, golly. We better keep this up.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When there's no show, there was nothing else.
It's not worth it anymore.
So if we don't make it on TV, we'll still technically be on TV because you can count the YouTube Xbox app. You can watch us on TV.
Actually, I was on TV.
What did you do when you were on TV?
I was in student government in middle school.
Yeah.
And
like C-SPAN or something?
No, they did an NBC, I think an NBC or ABC special, like kids and parents straight talk on drugs.
Do you have this on tape?
At my parents' house, yeah.
Oh shit, we're gonna play this on the show. Can you get it?
I could try. But
we gotta try to can we turn it into a digital form?
It's doable if we get a VCR.
We gotta do
Well, here's what happened. Here's what happened, man. So it was with Peter Jennings.
Yeah.
And
you gotta put this on your channel.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Well, dude, here's the thing. I was raising my hand for a question. Yeah. And he didn't call on me. I started putting my hand down until he asked another question. So my hand was on its way down, and then he calls on me, and I'm just like, what? Because I was ready to answer the previous question. He calls me about another one. There were a ton of kids in the room. Dude, here's the best thing. I'm the first and last close-up in the special.
Yeah.
I don't talk. You don't see me open my mouth, but I'm the first and last close-up.
You got to get this done.
All right, I'll get it from my parents' house. I think it's still in my old room.
Oh, your room's a disaster.
No. My old room, not my room at my parents' house that I was sleeping in. The one I slept in when I was a little kid. But
Well,
yeah.
you gotta find it. You better find this. We want to see it.
All right.
Did you have a ponytail?
No, I didn't get the ponytail until like after I got back from Japan. I didn't realize I could put my hair into a ponytail until like sophomore or junior year of college. It did not occur to me that this was a possible thing I could do.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually spoke about this in that interview I was talking about earlier in the show. But freaking YouTube's and like video sites like are so good, man. Because we get to do it like the stuff we're doing, like we wouldn't be able to do.
No one would ever see it.
Well, some people would see it, but it's not, on the same level. We get to mess around and try to improve our stuff and get feedback from people. And it's basically like I wrote in that interview, like it's basically like having your own, TV station, and you could decide what you want to put on and go nuts with, creativity and do whatever you want and put it out. As long as it's not like, flopping nudity and stuff. But
flopping, lovely. But
flopping nudity.
You get out of it what you put in. Like
you do, yeah.
Like you don't, and it's not like you put in a ton and nothing comes back, because everything you put out there, and people are commenting on it, like once you want, like at the point we are now, like you post a video and you can get feedback from it within minutes.
Yeah, I don't know why I never like thought of doing this
before now.
Years ago. Well, until I got into YouTube basically because Phil kind of pulled me into it, and then I was like, oh, there's all kinds of stuff going on here. But I never thought of like, oh, you can do like make movies and shows and kinds of cool things. And
yeah, go figure, right?
But we're definitely having a lot of fun now.
Oh, a lot. I mean,
the next couple of months for us are going to be, well, maybe more towards the fall, I think, are pretty interesting for us.
Yeah.
We got a whole new thing going, so right now we're kind of starting on HolePunch is taking up a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
That should be done in the summer. Knock
on wood.
And then I think it's really going to begin. That's when it begins. We got some big plans. So.
Wait for
it. All right, let's continue here.
So here, he says who he is himself. Museus here. Just wanted to share my success story. Upon following the ways of the Ramborgia. Back in February, I auditioned and interviewed for doctoral programs to continue my education, approaching everything with a positive and ballsy attitude. I just found out that I got a full ride to my top choice institution. In 3 years, I will have a PhD in staying ballsy. Thanks, guys.
Museus is a great guy. He's made many of the songs. He makes like the really epic choir sounding, symphony sounding songs for us.
Mm-hmm.
So, the guy's great, and glad that, again, the StayBallsy attitude, undefeated, unbeaten, unbridled. Anything else with you can think of that you can put in there? Unmatched.
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
Unbeatable. Unbelievable. Oh!
All right, that's enough there.
All right.
Museus is an awesome guy. I'm working on a way to. A lot of people are asking for like the songs and the pictures, and they can download to their own computers and stuff.
Yeah.
So we're working on some ways to do that. If you follow me on Twitter, you might have a big idea of how I'm doing that. Something ballsy is coming.
By the way, Museus, we got to find out what you're studying so we know what position in the Ramborgian Empire you can take.
He's the head of the symphony.
Dude,
no,
Dr. Museus.
Museus is head of the Ramborgia Symphony, and he's also going to have a doctoral degree in something. So.
Splendid.
Guy's awesome.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's move on to another awesome person.
We have someone that listens to our show. This dude, he's gonna have a PhD, and he listens to our show.
Whoa.
A guy with a PhD listens to you, OJ.
I'm sorry.
I'm shocked.
But.
And I am appreciative.
Yes. It's a shocked appreciation on my part.
Yeah.
But moving on to another excellent person. This is from Axial Assassin. I'm an aspiring author. At 14, I finished a terrible 100-word story, my very first novel. 4 years later, I'm about to graduate from high school, and I've been writing less and less. I have an idea, but I find the passion to write hard to maintain. Any advice for what I could do to bring back the spark? I'm hoping to finish editing a prologue to a story and I started rewriting before next week's episode of the show. Stay ballsy, guys, and I hope you can help me stay ballsy with my writing. And you can, man. So, John, what do you got to say?
I think you have to focus on what it was that got you into writing in the first place. And I assume it's because you enjoyed doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of times we start doing things for really pure reasons. You know, you get into something, I really enjoy it, I want to do that. But then as you do it, they kind of gets lost, and eventually, or sometimes you get turned off to it because, you know, you start putting pressure on yourself and things like that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe maybe you're not getting the response you want. Maybe you're not making money doing it, and that's what you want. If that eventually becomes your goal, you know, or maybe you're not meeting someone else's expectations or your own expectations, whatever it is. Or maybe you see like your peers doing better than you in the same field, and that's annoying. I don't know. But you got to remember why you first did it, because you like it and you have a passion for it. And maybe, you know, you have something to say, maybe, and you want, that was your outlet to say it. That was your outlet to express yourself, whatever it was. You know, those are reasons to keep doing it.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's good to take breaks. You know, it's fine to take breaks, refresh your mind, recharge the batteries. You know, look back at your past work, and then like think about ways to improve it, and then get back to it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? What they say? If you love something, let it go.
If you love something, set it free. If it comes back, it's meant to be.
Right. So, and you know, maybe it doesn't come back. You know, maybe you found something else to be passionate about. That's fine too. You know.
Yeah.
Whatever you've done, it's not like you wasted your time either, because whatever you've done in the past is experience, and experience, you know, helps you the rest of your life, no matter what you're doing.
You can't de-level in life.
Right.
So what I would say is, like, I agree with what John said. You know, what is it you like about writing? Why did you do it? Because it was fun? I mean, if you're not sure, maybe set aside a half hour and just do it. See, you know, do I still like this? You know, is this, see if you remember why you really liked it that much. Because it could just be you haven't gotten around to it. I mean, what are you doing instead of writing? I mean, did you find other hobbies you enjoy? Have you been hanging out with friends more? Are you just going crazy getting ready for college or whatever's happening next after high school?
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of demands on your time, and that's the one resource that you're never going to get more of. So what I would say is, you know, if writing is really what you love to do, go do it. If not, find what you want to do most, what you really enjoy, what gives you the most, and put more time into that. I mean, you'll feel better about yourself, and you got to spend your time doing the stuff you love to do. If you don't really like writing as much anymore, so be it. Find something else you love even more. If you still like writing,
said, maybe it'll come back later on.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you're gonna isolate the problems too. If there's something that like you could isolate, like, why don't I enjoy this anymore? You can figure it out. Maybe it is because you're putting these pressures on yourself, or like, why am I not writing an amazing thing?
Yeah.
Or, you know, and then it kind of bums you out. Like, I'm not even gonna bother with this. And maybe that's the problem. Like, find out what the problem is, isolate it, destroy it, and then go back to work. And go back to what you like.
Yeah. Maybe you just need a new perspective on it too.
Yeah, it's all about perspective.
Don't do it because you think you have to.
Yeah.
Don't do anything because you think you have to. Do it because you want to.
Exactly. Yes. So, OJ, we're now in the month of May. And of course, this month, the greatest superhero event of all time takes place.
Oh, golly, Green Lantern movie?
That was last year.
I know.
That already happened. I have that on Blu-ray. I don't know why.
Oh.
This year, OJ, Earth's Mightiest Heroes Unite.
Ooh, Aquaman and the Silk Spectre and
That'd be a great comic.
Zatanna.
That'd be pretty sweet. No, OJ, I'm of course talking about Schnoz-man and HolePunch the Justice League episode number 4. We have filmed most of the episode, I would say.
Yeah.
I have edited a lot of it.
Props to
It's looking like this weekend we'll be finishing up on the episode.
Knock on wood for like the 5th time.
Yeah, I know. I am looking at Saturday, May 12th as the release date. That's what I'm targeting.
Okay.
That's what I'd like to put it out.
Sounds
Hopefully it'll be done by then. This one took a very long time. we had to coordinate schedules with a bunch of people because a bunch of people are in this one. Makes sense, right?
With the most expensive cast you've ever seen.
So, yeah. So after this one, I think we're going to kind of change our filming method. And we're going to film several episodes at a time. So you may not see, after this one, you might not see another episode for definitely over a month. I don't know exactly.
Just because you can't see it.
It'll probably be like a month and a half, I would say.
Yeah.
But then we're going to come back with it, and you're going to see a new episode every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be just 2 week lapses in between because they're already be done, and then we just put them out like that, which I think will be better for everybody. And it'll be a better flow because it's like, oh, I watched that and I forgot. I saw that a month ago. What happened?
It's like when you watch an old show on YouTube or Netflix or something versus watching it while it's on TV.
Yeah. That's the way you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed to just film it and then, let's film the next one now.
We're learning.
Well, we kind of got caught. We kind of got caught because we made the first one and then we weren't really sure how it was going to go with everybody.
Well, I thought we were definitely doing more. Apparently it was up in the air at first.
Well, I want to see what people thought. People really liked this. I was like, oh, we got to make more now. And then we have it written out. It's just a matter of filming it, and then we can only do it certain weeks and stuff that we're both around and all that.
Yeah.
Now it's getting more complicated because we have different locations, different people entering the arena now and stuff. So it's not just you and me anymore.
No.
It's great. So
I miss those days.
I really love the series, though. I think a lot of people really enjoy it, and I think this episode's gonna go over really well.
I've seen the early cut of this episode. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's got some really good stuff in it.
I liked it.
They get better and better.
I hope
Some of my acting can improve, but I'm working on it.
Yeah, you're doing fine.
It's hard, man, because there's so much going on. Like
I know.
I'm framing the shot, then I run into the shot.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're in it too. So it's not like you could just control the cameras. They were both in the shots. No one was there. And then I gotta worry about the different shots. I got all in my head, and then do the acting as well.
Yeah, you
as
got
I
a lot
instruct
going on
you
up there.
and yell at you and tell you what to do at the same time.
Yeah, I barely remember to tell you when I see something that should be changed. I never remember.
I always forget something.
Oh, every time.
But I'm having a great time doing it. I hope you are.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot. Dude, I am so glad that we kept doing this.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So, yeah, the plan is still for 8 episodes. This will be episode number 4. It's going to be out Saturday, May 12th, I believe, will be the day.
Nice.
We will have more confirmation on that, next week's show, obviously, because I'll be closer to that date, but I think that should be the day.
Nice deal.
And I hope everyone checks it out, and definitely let us know what you think about it. And all that stuff,
It's not even finished, and I already think it's the best episode yet.
Do you really?
So far.
It's very HolePunch. It's HolePunch, very HolePunch heavy.
Like I said, best episode yet.
Is that why you like it, or you just think it actually is good?
No, I'm kidding. It's not just because it's a lot of me. It's because I really do like it. I just did the snooty voice because it was funny.
There's a lot of stuff going on, so
yeah.
I like it a lot as well.
Oh man, I can't wait to see what happens and show what happens.
So that's it for Schnoz-man HolePunch. We will talk about more next week as we get closer to the release date.
Mm-hmm.
There was also this Avengers movie coming out this week. I don't know if you know about this. Are you going to see the Avengers, sir?
Darn right I am.
When are you going?
Probably Saturday.
Saturday night?
A bunch of guys from work are going.
Are you excited about the movie?
Very excited. Let me put it this way. I have left rooms because Avengers trailers have come on. I have seen no trailers.
Well, what do you think it's going to show? It doesn't show much.
I don't want to know a single thing about it.
If I was to ask you now to describe a trailer for Avengers, you could probably nail it without ever seeing it.
Do you want me to do it?
Well, no, because I know you're going to be able to... What is it, Iron Man flies around, Thor throws the hammer. It's it's nothing. It's...
Black Widow finally gets a Russian accent back? No.
I know. Dude, see, I'm about to talk about this. A lot of the hardcore comic people, they put down a lot of these movies. I actually enjoy all the movies.
They're fun, man.
Captain America, Iron Man, Thor. I thought Thor was really good. I enjoy them a lot. I don't go in there expecting. I think there was a point where I did expect it to be like the comic. This was a long time when they first started doing this, with the X-Men movies, Mm-hmm. And Spider-Man, that first generation of Marvel movies, in 10 years ago.
Oh, gosh.
I would go in there, expect it to be like the comic, but it's not how they do it, unfortunately. But what they've done is they've kind of, especially with these Marvel movies, they've kind of found a way to make them very entertaining and just fun, you know?
Yeah, well, I mean, just look at Thor. I mean, look at the source material. Make a movie of that.
And for instance, like my girlfriend loves all these movies, and she's not someone that was ever really like knows about comics or anything like that, you know, just besides the crazy stuff that I say when she rolls her eyes. But she really likes these movies, and I think that's you know cool because we get to go and enjoy them together and stuff. And
yeah,
I think that's something they accomplished something there that is good. You know, that a lot of people can enjoy the movies, and
it's a real testament, man, to like
it gives these characters life, and they're going to last a long time. You know,
to another generation too. Some kids might not have known.
So I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the Avengers movie. I've calmed down quite a lot in my life, haven't I? 'Cause I used to be one of those crazy comic fans, and very militant about this is how it should be. Spider-Man, he shoots the webs out of his ass, not from his. He does not have cartridges. It's part of his body. You know, I get very upset, but now I'm much more lenient about stuff. So, I've also seen how badly the comics industry has, you know, ruined a lot of those stories.
Yeah.
So it's almost like okay, the Iron Man in the movies is a lot better than the comics at this point.
I gotta say, like they've taken almost all of my favorite characters and done things to them that I hate. Just outright hate.
The movie Thor and the movie Iron Man are a lot better than the comic versions. Am I gonna get in trouble for saying that? They put so much like those characters were pretty much dead. Think about that. You know, and they really just gave them so much more. A lot of life now.
It breathed like new spirit into these guys.
And trust me, I'm not saying the movies are perfect or anything like that, but they're enjoyable.
Yeah, they're still fun.
So I'm hearing good things about the Avengers movie.
Yeah, actually, my friend's seeing it tonight.
Really?
Yeah, his
roommate
Wednesday, got 2 extra tickets to some special event.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
see, you and me used to do that. We used to go to all the midnight shows.
Yeah, when are you going?
I'm probably going Friday, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, like I was gonna go. Well, here my problem is like I could go. Like I think for the first time in a really, really, really long time, I don't have plans for Friday.
Yeah.
Like I can do what I want. I could go see the movie, but then I admit, oh, Frill, I remember what I'm doing on Friday. Sick. Never mind. I'm playing board games. So yeah, I'm seeing it Saturday then.
I'm playing board games.
Yeah, a bunch of people.
You work on Friday?
I work on Friday. Then after work, a bunch of us are driving up to a coworker's house and playing copious amounts of board games.
Why don't you take off on Friday? We go see Avengers like in the morning.
Seriously?
And then we'll do a video about it.
That might be fun. You seriously want to do that, man?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about that after the show. I'll try
to figure it out. But you and me used to do that. We used to go to the midnight shows. Remember, like X-Men, and there'd be people dressed up and stuff.
Oh yeah, dude.
Well, I'm not even like that. Now at this point, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'll see when I see it. You know, those are fun times.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember. Well, do you remember Spider-Man?
Yeah, you wore a Spider-Man costume.
Yeah. Well, first, we went to a diner beforehand with Kevin. Right? Was Mikey V there?
Was that Spider-Man 2 or 1?
2, I think.
Okay.
Was Mikey V there?
I don't know if he was there. I don't even know who that is. I don't know.
I'm asking you.
I don't know. All
right. Well, I know Kevin was there.
Yeah.
And we were driving around in the Thunderbird.
Yeah.
And
that was my car back then.
Yeah. So we're just eating at the restaurant, and I've got a backpack with me, and this is at one of the diners we loved to go to, like back in the day, because it's near the movie theater. It's open 24 hours. Whatever.
Yeah, the diner's going downhill quite a bit.
Oh, but we'd go there after a movie or whatever, and after we pay, we're getting ready to leave. I'm like, all right, guys, hold on a second. I walk into the bathroom with my backpack, and I come out just walking through the diner in a Spider-Man outfit, and people are just like, what? And we get to the movie theater. We step outside into the parking lot, and I think you convinced me to jump on your car and then jump off, like in front of someone's camera phone.
Yeah, well, I remember making you do Spider-Man stuff. I don't know why that was. I don't think we had cameras then.
No. At best, we had a camera phone.
Just to mess with people.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, then I went to go see a movie dressed as a character from the movie. I know.
People do it though. Those midnight shows.
Yeah, it was worth it. It was totally worth it.
Some of the best ones was Alien versus Predator. People were cheering for each side. They had like different allegiances.
Yeah, well, you know who really
Freddy
lost?
versus Jason was really fun at midnight.
Well, you know who really lost in those Versus movies, right?
The viewer.
Yep.
The Freddy vs. Jason was fun because people were people were just going crazy. Every time they killed someone, the people were cheering, like screaming and yelling, and so happy that Freddy had killed someone. I don't know.
Lovely PG-13 movie.
So I think next week we'll talk about Avengers, or hopefully I definitely would like to do some kind of thing for it. Maybe dude. A special video talking about the Avengers movie.
Dude, I can bring my camera.
Okay. So I think what we'll do next week on the show, it's gonna be our summer movie spectacular.
All right.
What do you think?
Sounds good.
So we'll go through like a list of all the upcoming movies and maybe figure out which ones look good to us and which ones we'll be going to see and stuff like that. There's a lot of movies this summer.
Yeah, I like that.
So that'll be the plan for next week's show. We're gonna be talking about movies.
Sounds like a wonderful idea to me.
Yes. Taking a little bit of a break from guests right now. And then we'll bring them back.
We did 8 interviews. We did 8 interviews last week, right? We've done a lot.
We're gonna go through the actual the last 10 shows tonight. But we did quite a few guests. I think we kind of pull it back, kind of go back to basics a little bit, and then we'll kind of build it back up again.
Yeah, sounds good.
So, yeah, I mean the show is eternal, so it's not like we're rushing to finish a season or something.
No,
I mean it's.
Gotta get the season finale of the show finished, or Bob's gonna lose his job.
And it seems like a lot of people like it. Like when we were just talking and stuff. So, we're doing probably a couple shows, and then we'll start having a nice, probably a good 4 or 5 episode run of people guests again.
Yeah. I got a couple guests I want to contact, see if they'll come on for us.
I got a bunch of people.
Oh, it's gonna be a race.
I got some very interesting people.
Oh, you
all right.
Yeah, I met some too. Yeah,
Okay.
Meet.
Blow people's minds. So, if anyone wants to make, some art or something for the slideshow next week, around the summer movie show thing concept, you know what I'm saying? That'd be cool. We would definitely put it in the slideshow. So if anyone wants to do that,
oh yeah,
right on. So, let's kind of go through quickly. We'll go through the last several episodes of the show. Just kind of do a little review as we like to do.
All right, let me get this.
I'm actually going to go to the GeekFire gift site. I think it's the easiest way to do this.
That's what I'm doing.
I'm going to geekfiregifts.com/the show, which is where you can download all episodes of the show in the mailbags as well. For now, until we move somewhere else.
So the last 10 shows, huh?
Yeah, all right. Just click on the show on the right.
What's wrong button?
Because that will cut them. So episode 21 was when we went through the previous 10. So episode 22, we'll start with that. We were joined by, this was on February 23rd, a long time ago.
Wow.
We were joined by Howard and Phil, and we were promoting episode 2 of Project 7. This was before that episode came out, episode 2. And we spoke a little about the behind-the-scenes info on the first episode, and our experiences and some funny stories about that. So
yeah,
that was episode 22.
22.
That was a long time ago.
I can't believe it. But yeah.
Episode 23, man, this is one of the best shows we've done. I should say before we get deeper into this last 10 episode run was obviously the best we've done. Really some really good stuff in there.
A little better all the time.
Very, very proud of it. Episode 23, this was an awesome episode. I played a tribute to Davy Jones.
Of the Monkees.
I played Davy Dream Believer. I should do more of that stuff, like playing a song on the show.
Dude, everyone loves to hear you play.
I should do more of that kind of thing. So that was cool. And then we had Allison Packard on, and she is a comedian and musician, all kinds of stuff. She played a live song, which began our idea of let's have musicians on and music segments, and that kind of began that whole thing. And she was great, man. She sang the Rescue Ranger song.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best guests we ever had. Really, really good stuff.
She was just fun, man.
That was really a fun episode. If you missed that one, go check it out. It was episode 23. She actually got engaged.
Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah. I was talking to her a little bit after the show. Like, we go back and forth in emails because I would send her, actually, Schnoz-man and HolePunch. Like, she'd get feedback on things, and she would suggest stuff, and we'd go back and forth a little bit. And she's doing good. And she's got her own podcast, too. People can check out.
Allison's Wonderland?
Yeah. Episode 24, we had Andre on, Raposa himself.
The man.
We went into extreme detail on Schnoz-man HolePunch, episode number 2 had come out.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of went through that whole thing. And if you haven't heard us do that, you should do it, because we really go in deep into the episode. It's it's almost like a DVD extra kind of thing.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. So Andre was in there talking about playing Raposa. That was a lot of fun. Episode 25.
25.
I was playing Mass Effect 3, apparently. That's what it says.
Yeah,
this was an interesting one. This was actually a really good one, too. We had LSD Raw.
Greg and Emily, yeah.
Love, Sex, Dating. Raw. And we had a whole thing. We had the answered questions from the Ramborgia people.
And
we had our first official musical guest, Taylor, a.k.a. HonoredVillager, was on, and he played a song about pirates.
a very rolling melody.
That was great. That was a really good episode. I'm really proud of that one.
It really made me think of the sea.
I wasn't seen that long ago. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, dude.
I wasn't seen that long ago, does it?
Almost more than, a month and a half?
Yeah.
Play.
Episode 26, we had Ben Padden. Lovely individual. He spoke to us about silly hats that the English policemen wear, and moving to the U.S. to pursue his dream and his big series, Boomer's Day Off.
Yeah, it was cute.
A bunch of other stuff, and you guys talked about Doctor Who for a long time.
Yeah, was that the first episode where we analyzed my dreams?
Yes, that was the first dream episode. And that's going to begin a whole thing.
Now you know how crazy I really am.
We all suspected all along, don't worry. It's not like we were shocked to find out.
You will be.
Episode 26. We had a lot of guests, eh?
Yeah, dude, look at this.
Did all these have guests on them?
Almost all of them.
The ones I went through right so far.
Yeah.
Episode 27, Jason Charles Miller, who was in the band Godhead.
Mm-hmm.
We talked real deep into the state of the music industry.
Yeah, you didn't expect.
How it compares to the 90s and all kinds of stuff. That was really, really good. I got a lot of good feedback on that interview from people. And he does voice acting and all that stuff. So that was good. That was good. Anything you want to say about it?
He has a video showing that Casa Bonita is real.
Right. We also talked about Shitrix cereal and StayBallsy cologne. Apparently.
It's still coming. Wait for it, friends.
Episode 28. It was just us, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh. There's not much of a description for this one. What happened?
This was before I went to PAX and
okay,
watched
we
Game
were
of
kind of
Thrones.
you kind of did it on a weird day or something.
Yeah, this was a Wednesday show, I think.
All right, yeah, like today.
I don't think they knew that. Why would you tell them that?
Well, we're doing recording today because I could watch the Knicks tomorrow. That's basically why.
I find your terms acceptable.
You know about the Game of Thrones we talked about? There's a game coming out for Game of Thrones. Did you know this?
Yeah. It's supposed to be about some side characters and stuff.
Yeah, you should play it. You should play it.
I think that would be fun.
And we talked about Schnoz-man HolePunch episode number 3.
Oh yeah.
Which, that's when it came out. So we kind of went through the whole episode again. That was episode 28, where we talked about Schnoz-man HolePunch number 3.
Yep.
Confusing. Show episode 29. This was a big deal.
Yes.
We had Ed Trotta. Ed Trotta's an awesome guy.
Really cool dude.
He's the best Abraham Lincoln in the business. And he gave us the great soundbite where he says, "Stay ballsy. Don't take no shit from anybody."
It's true.
Which I now use in all the shows. I'm going to use it forever. It's just awesome.
It's good.
And he's a great guy. he it was funny because we did the interview, and then the next day his agent sends me an email. He's like, oh, Ed thinks he forgot to mention his website, and he's kind of upset about this. So I'm like, no, Ed, we talked about it for like 15 minutes. You did mention it, right?
Yeah.
So then I go on to Skype later in the day. Ed calls me, and he's like, oh, John, I can't believe I forgot to talk about the website. I was like, no, Ed, we did talk about it. And then we kind of talked a little bit more, and then we've been talking to each other a little bit since then. So
nice.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy.
Very
So
cool.
I'm glad
he was nice to speak with.
Pretty much can you say we've had a bad guest?
Aside from that OJ fellow, no.
I don't think we got a bad guest. I feel like any of these people that we've talked to, I could just call one day and they'd be like, oh hey, everything's very nice.
Yeah. Oh, this was also the episode where I apparently happened in Project 7.
Yeah, you never got to talk about your role in Project 7.
True.
Do you want to say anything about it?
It was a lot of fun.
Okay.
A lot of fun, and I think if I were a cat, I'd have like 2 lives left.
That was you killed hundreds of times.
Yep. Nothing says generic like OJ.
I think people thought like the only one was you was the one where like they could see your hair. Because I saw people were like, oh, that's OJ at like 6 minutes, but then you were in it like way before that too.
Yeah, it's like if the hair's hidden, they can't. Oh my gosh, I know how to be stealthy.
Oh, that could be anybody.
I'm gonna test this. I'm going to go to each and every one of your hometowns. My hair will be hidden. It is on you to find me.
You paid such great attention to detail too, because you each character you were had a different thing.
Oh gosh.
You had like a ribbon or something. You tie it differently.
I had 2 yellow in total. I had 2 yellow ribbons, a red bandana, a balaclava, a hood, and 2 or 3 different guns, and maybe 1 other item. And I just switched them out. Like I'd adjust the balaclava to cover different parts of my face. Took on sunglasses, took off sunglasses, switched the sashes from side to side. You barely see it because it's a fast montage, but.
Yeah, did you realize that you were only going to be on for like 3 seconds per character?
Yeah. Yeah. That's how crazy I am.
God. So.
Make it
that's
the best
cool.
3 seconds of my life.
So, but it looks like you're going to be in future episodes as well, so.
I hope so, but we can't make any promises.
Are you impressed by the Project 7 production?
Wow, dude. There's a lot that goes into each and every episode. A lot.
Yes. A lot done by Respect the Pact. And no one else.
Aww. They do great work, though, man.
I do love more than anyone else does, I'll tell you that much.
They edit things to awesome states.
Episode 30, you were not in attendance. We had Howard in here.
Yeah.
We talked about a bunch of stuff, and then we had Thomas Trout performed an original song. That was actually very... Did you listen to any of that stuff?
I listened to about half of it, and then I went to listen to it today, but I left my headphones in the car.
Yeah. All right.
I got half of it. I was gonna listen.
Were you upset, Howard? Did Howard mess up your seat? You kind of no.
It's okay. I don't think too many people are sad to have me back.
Was it the wrong decision for me to do it without you? Should I have not done it?
Well, the phrase says the show must go on. I mean, I was really sad that I couldn't be there.
Yeah.
But I think I'd feel worse if the show didn't exist, you know?
I told Howard it'd be funny if there's a time where I can't be on and you and him did it without me.
Oh, wow.
Would you guys do that?
Have you seen Wayne's World?
Yeah.
Have you seen the scene where Garth is on the couch alone?
This makes you want to do it.
What, like you're going to fake something and just disappear and just be sitting there?
Hold on. Could we set this up at some point where you guys do it and I'll put it up on the channel? I'll just get like a week off.
It's certainly possible.
Would you want to do that?
If you want to try it, I know the Ramborgia's out there going, no.
I don't know. You can't do it anytime soon because we got there's a lot of stuff going on.
We got a lot lined up, but
there's always stuff going on, so it's hard to do that. But I would just want to listen to it. I just think it would be funny. That's the only reason. Not that I don't want to be here. I just would like to see what happens when you guys are together doing a show.
Well, Howard's a pretty cool guy, so I think it would work. It would just be different.
I think you guys would just talk about me for an hour, and you both like say all kinds of weird stuff about me, and I would get mad.
Well, the only stuff we can say about you and not lie is weird stuff. So.
I just think it would break down into some conversation about me.
Well, I thought I was supposed to be the egotistical.
We have pictures of him without his hat. We're gonna put them in the slideshow.
Meanwhile, we post like a picture of Andre the Giant or something. The hat is the only thing containing your massive power.
Yeah. Well, no, we'll see. If there's a week there's like nothing going on, I'll be like, I'm sick. You guys have to do the show, just so I can listen to how it comes out.
I'm getting my tonsils installed. Can't do it.
Oh my god. We actually did a mailbag yesterday.
Yeah.
Was it yesterday or was it the day before that?
It was yesterday. It was
Tuesday. So that's actually up on the channel if anyone wants to check it out.
Yeah, I saw it, Dale. You got a pretty good response.
Yeah, you were at work, so I was just,
Yeah.
You're doing more important stuff.
I know. I mean,
I feel bad to make you do all this stuff.
I like doing it. I mean, honestly, like, I felt it's cool. I felt a little bad, like, oh man, now I'm not the mailbag guy either. Does this mean I'm never doing a mailbag again?
You're not the either. You're obviously the show host.
I know.
30 episodes. This will be your 31st out of 32 episodes. It's a pretty good run there, dude.
Oh no, it's amazing. I love it. I mean, I've probably done more episodes here than some people have done on their actual shows hosting.
Yeah, we had a little time in the morning. We did it like 8:30 a.m. or something, and I was like, oh, let's do it, because we both had an hour to do it. So
yeah.
And then the whole thing with my car happened after that, so it was crazy. Because I would have talked about it,
Oh, definitely, yeah.
If it was like before that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, people don't know. Like we do the way you and I were doing the mailbag is like we would do the show first, which was hour and a half to 2 hours, and then we do the mailbag, record it right afterwards. It's because it's hard to get together,
Oh yeah, it's tough.
So we do do 3 hours, and I feel bad to make you do that. So.
Aw, don't feel bad.
Well, I don't feel that bad. Don't worry.
Oh, good.
And then, of course, episode 31 was the Ramborgia special. We were joined by Sturmgeist, Beatles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He was great. Sturmgeist was awesome, too.
Sturmgeist 13.
Yeah, Sturmgeist 13. Beatles, awesome. Exhale Bullets X. She was awesome. Kraz Gaming. He was great. The Gadgeteer 08. The guy's freaking amazingly great. The Mighty Furtado. He was awesome. Cyber Demon. And Cyber Demon. And Hazard. The only episode of the show is 2 parts.
It was a monumental.
Because the MP3 file was too big to put as one file, so I had to split it. That was pretty much the reason why.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty amazing.
So I wanted to make sure everyone got their proper due.
Yeah, you don't want to cut anybody off.
So I feel like if it was one video, then it would just be like a mess of people. When it's separate, then it's like, oh, this one has these people, this one has that people. So they have a little more attention on each person. If that makes any sense? I don't know.
I like part 1. I like part 2.
Did you see how I did with the thumbnails? Where one's the OJ and one's the Rambo?
That was pretty cute.
Yeah, that was cool. So that was it, man. I think next week's going to be a big week for us. This week I hope to get an Avengers review out. I hope to get... Obviously the show will be out. That's going to be our movie preview for the summer. Then we're going to have Smart Guys. I'm going to do Smart Guys with Matt, Beatles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 next week because Phil is not around. Then we will have Schnoz-man a HolePunch on Saturday. That's a lot. That's pretty crazy, right?
Your channel is going to be packed to the gills with goodness.
So I may have more than 2 videos this week. That's pretty different for us.
Wow.
What are you still there?
Free up your schedules. There will be videos to watch in the coming week.
Yes, there's going to be a lot of stuff this week, so I'm pretty happy about that. And a lot of fun stuff for us.
Yeah, right? It's going to be
So anything else you want to talk about today, or are we done?
Well, I do want to say that I'm in for a fun experience in the morning. I haven't done something in a long time that I really should have. I'm going to the dentist.
You're going to the dentist tomorrow.
Yeah.
What do you got? You got a problem?
Well, I went mostly because I realized I really should go, and then my front teeth felt a little funny. And then they started hurting like on Monday. So I made an appointment, and I'm going in tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen, but I got a sore tooth right now. Signs
gonna,
point to, oh no, John, you're an idiot. Why did you do that? Go to the dentist more often, you moron.
Do you brush your teeth and floss and stuff?
I brush my teeth twice a day, every day, like the Jonathan Colton song
Do you floss
says.
every day?
Not every day.
Why not?
I'm dumb.
That's actually more important, I think, than brushing a lot of times.
Flossing gets out so much more stuff. I floss like at least twice a week. But I've been doing better recently.
Every day I do it.
I'm doing better recently. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes, by the way.
Why don't you want to floss? What's wrong?
Because I was lazy, but it gets easier the more you do it. It does.
So you're going to the dentist tomorrow, which is probably good that we're not doing the show tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to the dentist at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm going to work, driving like a half mile down the street, going to the dentist, and then coming back to work.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I think the show next week might be on Wednesday also. Or recorded on Wednesday. So this will probably be up in... People are probably listening to this on Friday. It's probably like Thursday afternoon. This episode will probably go up. So.
Okay, good to know. Next
week we're going to have to do it on Wednesday. Is that possible?
I'll double check.
All right, we shouldn't be talking about this on the air anyway, but...
Yeah.
Because what I want to do is Thursday, the show, Friday, Smart Guys, Saturday, Schnoz-man, HolePunch.
Oh, man, the triple threat.
That's what I'd like to do 3 days in a row.
Triple threat. So everyone just please wish me luck. He's going to tell me I need to get my wisdom teeth out, and I'm going to be really depressed. But
I still have them, too. How many do you have?
All of them? I don't know.
Oh, God. I have 3, but I haven't gotten them out.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen.
One of them's coming in.
I can't feel them in the back of my mouth, but if something's messed up in the front, like it's my front teeth, like my big fat front tooth in the middle, that feels funny.
It's no good, man.
Yeah. Well, wish me luck, everyone.
I know a few people that had them come in.
All I know is I've been told the longer you wait, the worse it is.
Well, they can get impacted, and you can get like cysts in there and all kinds of things.
Lovely.
But I don't know. It's part of my body. I mean, really, does that have to come out? I mean, I don't know.
We're sorry, sir, but your left toenail has to go.
Who's to say it should come out? They told me to take them out 10 years ago, and I never did. I didn't really have a problem, so...
Well, I'm going to knock on wood for like the 9th time. Both of us.
That'd be just what I need right now.
That would bite, man.
No car and wisdom teeth problems.
Well, then you wouldn't have to worry about driving. All right.
You got to be on TV in a year.
All right.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, mark your calendars, folks. We'll see.
All right, man. You never do the exit. You've done intros.
Yeah, I haven't done the exit yet.
You want to do it? Do you think you can handle it?
I don't know. It's pretty.
I'll let you do it if you know what to say. Do you know what to say?
I think I know what to say.
I'll let you do it. Go ahead.
Well, that does it for the show this evening. I hope you've all had a very wonderful time here listening with us. This is OJ with John Rambo signing off. Thank you for listening to John Rambo Presents the best and free and optional entertainment. Have a good night.